rest of the league.
Yeah, but see, I can't. Once you do that, it's so embarrassing to do that. I'd rather just call attention to it.
I just called attention to it.
Yeah, but no. Speaking of I can't do that. Just transition.
Aaron Rodgers is looking to party on a bunch of people the rest of the year.
No.
Party on a bunch.
Cheesy sports thing. No.
That's cheesy.
Yeah. It's like, speaking of, who was? Let me use the same verb I used over here, and we'll transition to sport. First of all, I was shocked that Rodgers and Pat McAfee finally buried the hatchet, and Rodgers agreed to appear on the Pat McAfee show. It was nice to see that McAfee could finally land Aaron Rodgers on his show. Here's Aaron Rodgers on whether or not he's going to play this week and why.
Well, we're not eliminated. I got good news with the scans yesterday, so I plan on playing this week. 8-4, 4-8, 12-0, 0-12. I'd be wanting to suit up this week because that's what you do. And when you're a player, you go out there, and if you can play, you play. You don't need some doctor to give you an excuse. Oh, man, I don't know, maybe one more week. You can go out there and compete, and you have competitive greatness in your body, in your heart, in your mind. You go out and play.
See, I like him again.
Yeah, right.
I like him again.
Love, hate.
A couple weeks ago, I didn't like him, but I like him again. And look, he's playing against Chicago. And if his ribs are tender, Chicago doesn't have a pass rush. There's no Robert Quinn, Khalil Mack, no Roquan Smith. There's nothing that he has to worry about. He owns them. I think he's something like 23-5 against them, something like that, a lifetime record. So he owns them. And he knows that, hey, my offensive line, despite how banged up we may be in certain spots, they can protect me against this team. And if he can tolerate whatever little bit of pain, and I'm sure they got a little special something ordered up from the doctor that'll help him out, they'll be fine.
I love the answer, Key. I'm all for that. Like Aaron Rodgers playing through it. Matt LaFleur talked about this the other day. The fact that he's played through injuries and you don't hear him complaining. He's just doing what he has to do. I respect the hell out of that. But I really give this team a 0% chance of making the playoffs. I don't believe in them. Has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. Has everything to do with their defense, man. Like, their defense is really bad. Like, in week 8, week 9 versus Detroit, they lose edge rusher Rashawn Gary. He tears his ACL. Week 8 versus the Bills, they lose Devondre Campbell, all-pro linebacker, knee injury. Since then, they've been giving up close to 443 yards per game, man. Like, that's not okay.
Well, it's not. You can see, we had Aaron Rodgers against the Bears. You were right, Key. It was, 23-5?
23-5, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
But the schedule for the Packers at Bears, that's a winnable game. Rams come to the Packers, that's a winnable game.
At Dolphins.
At Dolphins, you think that's an unwinnable game? Does the Dolphins defense really keep you up?
You guys still hold on hope that like something by some divine intervention, Aaron Rodgers, because he told us several years ago to relax and win on that run.
Is what it is.
That all of a sudden he's going to go on a run again, where they won their last 1 out of 7 games, man.
You're right. No, you're right.
What makes you believe they're going to just run the table now?
What makes me believe? I don't believe that they will, but I can't rule out the possibility.
I'm doing it.
Mathematically eliminated is one thing, but when you are still in it, you might find a little bit, and it may come down to the last game of the year. You got to beat the Lions, and 4 other teams got to lose.
Right.
Whatever the case may be, I'm not willing just yet to say, because they're not mathematically eliminated, that they can't win against the teams that they're facing. Now, the Miami thing will be tough because Miami could score. Can Aaron Rodgers and the offense put up the same type of points that Miami can put up? Because both defenses are
We saw the Packers come back on the Cowboys, who then thrashed the Vikings the next week, right? Like, we can see that they are capable of competing at a high level. And that was the Cowboys with Dak Prescott.
I'll tell you, too. Last game of the season, baby. I mean, even if they do win 4, you know how much Detroit and Dan Campbell would love to ruin that party.
Jay, that's the most dangerous game on the schedule to me. That's the most dangerous game on the schedule.
The problem is in Green Bay.
Yeah,
but that's the trap.
That's opportunity.
That's the trap.
And I know the Jets went into Green Bay and won. Who? Somebody else went in there and won that. Did the Giants go in there and win? No. The Jets went in and won.
No, the Giants beat them in London.
The Giants beat them in London.
Yeah. I mean, but it's funny because I think they will beat the Bears and the Rams, okay? The Dolphins and Vikings, they should lose too, but I would not be shocked if they won either or both of those games. I'm looking at that Lions game. It would be hilarious if they went on a run and then the Lions spoiled the party, because the Lions are that type of team. They keep it close. They score points.
Well, they can run the football too.
Yeah, right.
And that weather won't affect their offense because the passing game is not that significant to the Lions as much as the running game is.
Yeah. Meantime, I agree about Aaron Rodgers, the way he sounded. What really struck me is when he said, basically, you can reach for an excuse, right? There's some players some people who reach for excuses and don't show up, right? Like that people know them in any job.
I like him.
You like him today?
Yeah, I like him right now.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I mean, I always
like him, Jay?
him, but I like him more.
You like him today?
I love that answer.
Do you like him
I
today?
root for Aaron Rodgers, man.
So you liked him yesterday, too?
I mean, I like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like the way Aaron Rodgers handles everything.
Right.
But also, we talked about this. The volume at which you get to know somebody when they're on a weekly pod and the comfortability that they have, some things they end up saying that you're like, but it's Aaron Rodgers, man. He's a legend.
I've never disliked him. I'm just saying I like him more, because that's the type of dude that I want to play with.
Right.
I want to play with a dude that doesn't find excuses. And I played with guys in my career that every time you look up, there was something wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't
really anything wrong, but it was something wrong.
Yeah.
It's not just his talent that's made him great. In other words, he talks about competitive greatness, although he has a ton of talent. Obviously, that's a big part of it. Hey, guys, it's 10 past the hour.
As one coach would always say, he'll find an injury.
We all know them.
Not the injury will find him. He'll find the injury.
He'll find something.
He'll diagnose himself.
So it is 10 past the hour, and we are in the midst of the KJM 10K a day giveaway every day on this show. We are on, by the way, 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. Every single hour on this show, we're giving away $2,500. So at the end of the show, we've given away $10,000. But 4 different people will win $2,500 today and tomorrow and the next day, etc., through the end of the show, December 7th. So it is winning word time.
KJ and Max, 10K giveaway.
And the word of the hour, this is the winning word. You text it to 777-000 and you might win $2,500. Compete.
Ooh.
COMPETE. Compete. Text it to 777-000. No purchase necessary. Ends December 7, 2022. See complete official rules at espnradio.com/contest. Yes,
Win that money. That's all.
Win that money, yeah.
I just want people to win the
how
money.
much have we-
It's
what
Wednesday.
day
It's hump day. Just go get the money. Get the
day
bag,
of the
please.
contest is this? Do we know often? Is this like day 14?
Has to be like 120,
120 or 30.
120,
120,000, 130,000 we giving away?
December 7th, which is next Wednesday. So, yeah, we're right there.
Dallas Cowboys are believed to be the front runners to sign Odell Beckham.